I'm Jey,
I'm Meka.
and this is our channel.
Yeah, so we're back for episode 3 of Love is Blind season 9. And on the last episode, it left off where it appeared that Anna had left. And it turns out she actually did leave. She went home. They did not give any type of explanation, which kind of irritated me. How about you? Honestly, it just was irritating. It's like y'all could have. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that big of a secret as far as why she went home.
I mean, it depends what she told them. They have just said we're not gonna do it for now. Maybe she pops up later when they reconvene.
They do. She does. I've seen it in the previews. She does, but it's just weird.
Right.
So I guess we'll eventually get an explanation.
Yes.
But that's just whatever. Anyway, so she left, and Patrick is understandably upset. And I feel like we were upset for him because I felt like they were a good match. They seemed to really connect.
Yeah, Ains always tend to navigate their way a certain way out here. But yeah, I was really kind of felt for them because I felt like they both were kind of in the same boat as far as their dating experiences and whatnot. And her just kind of up and bouncing and not saying anything. Yeah, wasn't what to do.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So with that being said, his bounce back, he had the ultimate bounce back because he went back to his other connection, which was Casey. And I don't think that they're a really good match. What happened in the pods? Because it was an odd moment between them where she started becoming...
No, I think that, was that on this episode? I think it was on this episode. Pretty much they were having a conversation and she said something which, I can't remember what she said, but it seemed like it kind of added some distance between the two.
Yeah.
And then she just decided to turn her thoughtism up a little bit.
It's a little bit.
And, which, I mean, they're trapped in these pods.
Right.
So, yeah, I just don't remember what was said exactly.
Yeah, I don't recall either. But another person that went home, Blake went home. Again, no explanation. We kind of put 2 and 2 together. We think what he was really looking at as a really good connection was Anna, and Anna went home. So I guess he decided there's no reason for him to be there, so he went home. That's just speculation. I don't know.
My speculation is different. No judgment on anybody, but for him to just kind of how Anna did so soon.
Yeah.
Anna left for her own personal reasons, and it seems like he left because Anna left.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like, it's almost like he didn't give anybody, I feel like he was giving the show a chance. If you listen to the other episode, I kind of make a statement about something.
Oh, to see if it was a
fit for him. Okay. I feel like he has other things in his life that he just needs to come to grips with within himself, and then he will find that one for him. And I will leave it at that.
I don't agree with that statement, but anyway. So, with that being said, that left Megan with her 2, because she had 3 guys that she was, connecting with. Blake was one of them, but that left her with her other 2 choices, Jordan and Michael, which we gave talked about Jordan and Michael in the last episode. But her connections continues to grow with Jordan.
Yeah.
He's the one with the personality, the test, the child, all this stuff. That's him. And so with Blake going home, it left Megan with her other 2 potential choices, Jordan and Mike. As we explained in the last episode, Jordan is a more free-spirited, funny guy, really good personality. He does have a child. I don't know how much money he makes. I mean, they don't really talk about that. I guess he's stable, but I don't know if that's enough for Megan, who is a businesswoman. Her other choice is Mike, and she likes him for stability. She looks at Jordan more like a friend at this point. She feels like he's in the friend zone. But you could tell she's starting to kind of maybe think this could be a little bit more. Maybe she's thinking maybe she needs to try something different, because Mike reminds her a lot of her exes, which is not a good thing. So she has an odd kind of date with Mike, and he's seeming slightly manipulative, because basically he finds out that she does have this other connection, and he's kind of dropping hints that he's completely different from her other connection, and I don't remember what all he said. Do you remember everything he said in there? But I don't. I just remember I was he's being manipulative, and he thinks that he's the shit, basically.
He said something about her tax.
Yeah.
It's just kind of clue her in that,
Yeah.
Manipulating the situation. So
right. So she seems slightly annoyed by that.
Slightly.
by how he was acting, for sure. So that was pretty much it for Megan this episode. And then you have Brendan and Annie, and they're still connecting. She also likes Nick, so she's kind of conflicted, but I think at this point she's leaning more towards Brendan. Like, she likes him a little bit more. Really, Annie, her thing is, and she said it several times, she just wants to be married. That rubbed us the wrong way, because it just felt like, because she kept saying things like, by the end of the week, I'm trying to be engaged. That's it. So to the viewer, it feels like she's willing to, whoever asks her first, that's who she's going to go with. It doesn't really matter if she's in love with them or not. Whoever asks her first and can get her to that finish line of being married, that's who she's going to roll with.
Whoever
that's
can
what I felt like.
her stay on the show.
Or that. Or that. So, yeah. So then we have Edmund and Calabria, aka KB. They continue to form a connection.
Yep.
And at the end of this episode, Edmund asks KB to marry him.
That he does.
And it was a very odd proposal, because Edmund is odd. Can we talk about Edmund real quick? just real quick. I know she doesn't see Edmund, but she hears Edmund. And I just feel like she can hear enough that he might be a little bit...
She may be in the same boat as Megan, something different than what the norm for her
Okay,
is.
I see. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like, I personally feel people will look for something different than the norm. And that can end up being, adverse in a different type of way. You like what you like. It's about finding what you like that works for you. I feel like she was just like, oh, he sounds different. And Jesus Christ. Why is slamming the door like that?
No, and it's like back together. It's okay.
He's different, and I feel like it's something that maybe will work for her as time goes on. We shall see. But yes, he's clearly different, and I think she's aware of it. But I think that's what is intriguing me.
I think maybe she doesn't know the extremes of his differentness
Yes.
just yet.
Yeah.
But that was pretty much that episode, and
Yeah.
well, I don't know. Y'all write in the comments what y'all think.
Y'all know what happens on this show going.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna sit here and act like they ain't drop all the episodes.
They dropped all the episodes, but we just want to talk with y'all and see what y'all are thinking so far. I will say this
She
season,
done messed around and got engaged to Can't Get Right. Let's just be
oh
honest.
my gosh, this season is a lot more entertaining for sure. And
Facts.
but I do think that they are playing around a little bit, these producers, in regard to who they're
I'm
casting.
glad you said that.
Because as we move on through the episodes, it becomes slightly concerning, and I feel at times could possibly be...
I think they specifically fit people in certain ways for certain reasons. I think the producers do a lot of... It may seem like they're being lax. I think it's more into it than what we think. Because if you look at this point where we're at right now, you have the Patrick Anna situation. We know what happens later. It makes total sense for somebody to possibly, look at every scenario that you see, and then look at what could come from that if things go left or right. And you'll see when they show previews for stuff, and we, like I said, it's out, we kind of know. Yeah. You can kind of see it's like, oh, that's a hell of a coincidence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this doesn't surprise me. But speaking about these two, for men to be the way that he is, it makes sense that he just miraculously came across a KB who seems like she is able to
tolerate stuff to a
and
certain
handle it,
extent,
and maybe her
patience.
background in certain areas that we don't know about lends to that.
Yeah, I there's a couple of things I would say. Our followers on TikTok, one of them in the comments said something that really stuck out to me. She was like, if you're old enough to know who Jenny Jones is, you remember what happened on that show, right? And remember back in the day, Jenny Jones, she used to have kind of controversial guests, and there were some people that were unalived because her people didn't screen folks well enough.
Yeah, but the problem is that was a completely different day and age. The access was different, and I think the screening with this, I think that's part of to what I'm saying. Like, I think screening Can't Get Right. I think they put him with somebody that could keep it in a certain field, possibly.
Well, I'm also saying that because there are a few other reality shows where people have done that, recent reality shows. So you do have to kind of make sure you're careful with the people you put on the show. Because, there are more than a handful on one particular show that people are not here anymore. So
yeah, but we also like, and this could be a long running thing, like breaking down sides to sides of things. You're absolutely right. There does
Yeah.
need to be that screening, but also it is a day and age where you cannot offend people, and then that leads to lawsuits. And imagine
Oh,
they
that
say,
too.
well,
Yeah.
it's a delicate situation overall. I personally think.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we'll see what happens.
Right. You want to hear a story about KB?
I don't.
Why not? I mean, it's important. It talks about this.
You're asking them if they want to know. Yeah, go ahead. They want to know.
So I saw KB on AD podcast.
Oh,
And
AD.
we love AD. Well, I love AD. He don't know nothing about AD. So KB, it kind of made me question KB slightly because KB said that she was in the kitchen cooking and she didn't really let people know who she was connecting with, which at the time was Edmund. And she let people just kind of talk their mess about Emma. And she was saying that they were saying really odd things like, nobody's connecting with him. He's weird, stuff like that, right? And she said she was just listening, but there was a point where somebody was like, he was like, well, oh God, I lost my train of thought. Oh, that's what. So basically, one of them was saying that he was telling her like all this stuff, like she's her number one choice. He, all the lovey-dovey stuff to another cast member. And KB turned around while she was cooking and stopped cooking. It was like, what? Because at the time, Emma was telling her that same thing. But it's...
So what?
No. But what I'm saying is, like, we're talking about maybe she didn't know quite yet, but she was hearing whispers before she went ahead and said yes.
Yeah,
She was hearing some things that were, along with what she was hearing on the other side of the wall herself, she was also hearing what, the other ladies were saying about him.
But that doesn't change the connection that she may have had with him. Also, I do not think any dating show is the most mature or healthy environment for you to listen to a damn thing anybody else is saying. Because this situation, they know people are dating. People have said stuff. Yeah, I mean, this is what it is. But you're right.
Anyway, guys, I just wanted to drop that little, sidebar conversation with y'all. But yeah, so anyway, that's the end of that episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We really want to hear what y'all think. Again, like Jay said, we're pretty sure y'all have watched all 6. We have, but we're just kind of making this really organized for y'all. So until next time.